Okay. PC. Okay, here we are. Now, first and foremost, I wanted to do the Let me see. I wanted. Okay, no. I need to first paste this over here. Then to paste it here. Now. Let me do this. Okay. Congrats. I guess this shouldn't have changed anyway, no? Yeah. Let me close this. Let me also check. What else should I try to check? Yeah. Let me. Link. Only link. Let me paste it over here. And what else? Okay, this is made. Let me. I never thought about this. I might as well go and run a list. Okay. Let me think. Give me a second. I mean, there isn't that much at play in this case. More. Okay, let me say like this. There is stuff at play. What is at play is in reality not really using the potential. Let's say like that. But I don't know. Let me see. What is this? Still something minimally good to find our hero or not. I think it seems that no. Okay, let me close this time. Now I think I set up this properly, not so. I never started the fucking. I never started the fucking clock. This is so quality content. Anyways, let me move from that over to here. I guess. I mean, not that much to really keep trying, so. Let me close this, okay. Also, is the PC not dying? Yeah, it is kind of dying. Unavoidably, as it always does. I guess. I don't know. Thank you. Now, I wanted to go over here. I wanted to. PC, please, PC. I am asking from you a tiny a minimal amount of something. The rest I almost don't care. But a tiny bit, can you not crush? Mm. Okay, true habits, and also what else over here? And with that, I guess we will be done now. I should. Wait on, I am forgetting something. Aside from checking audio and something else. Well, yeah, obviously I have to set it up still, but that comes later. Um, okay, let me do this, and after that, get back into here. What's going on with the embed function? Twitch? Are we okay? Twitch, no, Discord. I guess it got kind of changed or something, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I think yeah, the watch is kind of there. Let me test that. This doesn't work, right? Yeah, this doesn't work. Haha. I will guess so. So what else should I try to do right now? Oh yeah, I think I don't have that much more to do then. If it seems to not be working, to not be willing to work. So, really nothing more to do. Kind of weird to see. I don't know, sometimes why it takes so long to start streaming. Well, yeah, I mean, in reality, it kind of felt my fault because I forgot to properly start the clock, the countdown, whatever. PC, can you not fucking laugh out of nowhere? What is going on, man? I think I know what is the reason in particular, but anyways, let me try to hear myself. So, if I want to do that, test. Do we have good audio? Do we have good audio? Are we properly working? Yeah. Okay. So let me, without any further ado, then once again I forgot to do my part. This is what I forgot to do here. Okay, yeah. So now, transition. Welcome everybody. We are once again all of us here reunited to do what we like to do the most. That is to utilize our time on interesting stuff, to utilize our patience on things that seem to be never ending, and to utilize our will on things that truly take the best from us and do not really seem to be given anything but more and more work to keep doing. So yeah, here we are basically. In this particular day, we are all of us gathered to continue reading some Mahabharata after some long pause between the last session and this one. So yeah, basically that I think. Should I be forgetting something? Yeah, I think not. So basically that's everybody. Welcome. Once again, welcome every single one. Lurkers, pod watchers, everybody. I guess yeah, it is kind of crazy to see that our schedule has changed quite a bit since last time, but anyways, the reality itself is what kind of forces us to make those changes. I mean, I wish Potato didn't get so incredibly overheated overall, so that I would have the capacity of streaming whenever I wanted, but reality itself is kind of disappointing, I would say. I don't know. I sadly have to keep myself cool and all of that stuff. And I wish that was a comedy. I wish that was something that I say shockingly. Sadly, it is true. So yeah, basically that. But without anything more to be said at, I guess we can simply try to set up everything to properly start reading. Unless I'm forgetting something, no? No, I don't think. So yeah, basically that. Let me see. Transition. And there it is, here we are. On the Mahabharata itself, literally where we left some hours ago. That is on the Canto 67. I think the whole story so far end up summing up in, or the most recent events, more properly to say, are all of these guys, who were the Kauravas ended up incitating the violence of the Pandavas in a way in which now we are going to see the consequences of those same incitations. I think the proper way to see it is suscitated by unnecessary types of violence. So yeah, basically we're going to simply see how it is that they can react and how it is that all of these events are going to unfold. I was really expecting to see some deaths, so that is, I don't think, a warning necessary to do, simply something that is going to happen, something that we will witness, let's say. So yeah, without any more to add, let us simply read. So, Canto 67, Dito Parva continua. Bhima says, Yudhishthira, gamblers keep many loose women in their homes, but even they do not wager their women, good or shameless, at gambling. Our enemies won all the wealth, all the precious things which the king of Kasi gave us, jewels and animals, all... What? Sorry. Gold coats of fine mail. They won all the excellent weapons which other kings of the world gave us. They won our kingdom, your brothers and yourself. Not all this stirred my anger, for you are our lord, but this wagering of Draupadi is a dreadful sin. Our innocent wife does not deserve this. The Pandavas are her lords. Yet just because of you, these villainous Kauravas are tormenting her. For her sake, O king, my anger falls on you, and I mean to burn those hands of yours which wagered Panchali. Sahadeva, bring me fire! Arjuna says quickly, Vipasena, you have never spoken like this before. For sure, these vile enemies have destroyed your high dharma. You must not fulfill the wishes of the enemy. Remain with dharma. Do not cross our virtuous elder daughter. The enemy summoned the king, and remembering Kshatriya dharma, he played dice against his will. That can only add greatly to our honor and fame. Bhima relents and says, Dhananjaya, if you do not remind me that our daughter acted in accordance with Kshatriya dharma, I will have taken his hands by force and burned them in a fire. Seeing the Pandavas distraught and Panchali in anguish, the Dhritarashtra's son Vikarna says, O kings, answer Yagnasena's question, for if we do not, all of us will surely go to hell. How it is that Bhishma and Dhritarashtra, the eldest of the Gurus, and also Mahatma Vidura do not say anything? Bharadwaja's son, Acharya to us all, and Kripa are here. Why do these Brahmanotimas? It isn't Brahmanotimas. Brahmanotamas. Okay. Sorry. Why do these Brahmanotamas not answer the question? And the other kings gathered here from all parts of the land give a reply through Draupadi, each according to his judgment and with no thought towards anger or gain. Kings, answer the question asked of you by Draupada's blessed daughter. Declare which side each of you takes. Vikarna repeatedly appeals to those present in that sabha, but none of the kings say a word to answer him, good or ill. Vikarna begins to rub his hands together loudly and to sigh like a snake. Finally, the prince says, You kings of the earth, you Kauravas, you may or not answer Draupadi, but I will say what I think is just. Purushottamas, It is said that hunting, drinking, gambling, and overindulgence in women are the four vices of kings. The king who is addicted to this lives without dharma, and men do not take what such a king says or does seriously. Urged on by deceitful gamblers, Pandu's son Yudhishthira was absorbed in one of these vices when he made Draupadi his stake. Besides, innocent Draupadi is also the common wife of all the sons of Pandu. Then Yudhishthira had already lost himself when he wagered her. Finally, Sakuni persuaded him to wager the queen. Considering all this, I believe that Draupadi has not been won. The Sabha roars in its approval to hear what Vikarna says. All the kings praise him and censure Sakuni, but Kama jumps up in a froth and waving his mighty arms cries, Vikarna, it seems that Sabha is full of contradictions. As for your anger, it is like fire kindled from afar. No, I want to say no. Yes, I was this fucking close to saying it. No. Fire kindled from a word that we cannot read here. Thank you, Mahabharata. I fucking love when you utilize this type of words. Which consumes the thing itself. These great personages here have not said a word, though repeatedly asked by Krishna. They all regard Drupada's daughter to have been fairly won. You, O son of the Dhritarashtra, are immature and bursting with outrage. You're just a boy, but you speak in Tisavka as if you were an old man. You do not know what Dharma truly is, and like a fool you insist that Krishna, who has been fairly won, has not been won at all. Dhritarashtra, how do you say she is not won when the eldest Pandava staked all he owned in this Sabha, Bharadari? Draupadi is part of what Yudhishthira owns, so how do you say that what has been justly won has not been won at all? Yes, Sakuni asked for her to be wagered, and the Pandava agreed. Then, how do you say she was not won? And if you think that her being fetched here wearing a single cloth is a crime, let me dispel your calumnies. Kurunandana, the gods have ordained only one husband for every woman, but Draupadi has many. It is certain that she is far from chaste. To bring her into Sabha wearing one cloth, or even to strip her naked here, is no crime at all, for she is already such a woman. Whatever wealth the Pandavas had, she herself and the sons of Pandu too have all been justly won by Sakuni. Dusasana, this Vikarna, who seems to speak like a wise man, is only a boy. I say strip the Pandavas of their robes and strip their body of her clothes as well. Hearing this, O Bharatas, the Pandavas take off their upper garments and throw them down. Then O Rahan, Dusasana lays hold of Draupadi's clothes and begins to pull it away from her body roughly before all the Sabha. Draupadi, in despair, thinks of Hari and cries out loud, Govinda, you who dwells in Dwavaraka, O Krishna, lover of the gopis, Kesava, don't you see how the Kauravas shame me? Lord, Lakshmipate, Lord of Braha, destroyer of sorrow, Hanardana, save me from drowning in the Kaurava sea. Krishna, Mahayogin, soul of the universe, creator of all things, save me, I am in dire trouble and losing my mind here among these Kurus. Covering her face, still so stunningly beautiful, thinking of Krishna, of Hari, Lord of the three worlds, Draupadi cries these words out to him. Krishna hears her and is moved, at which, while Yagnaseni still wails out to him, as also to Vishnu and Hari and to Nara for protection, invisible Dharmadeva covers her in fine clothes of many colors. Each layer of cloth which Dusasana tears from her reveals a ladder below it, as exquisite and lustrous. Quickly, hundreds and hundreds of robes of many hues lie piled on the floor. A deep roar of many voices arises from the Sabha, and all the kings begin to applaud the amazing spectacle, to applaud Draupadi, and to censure Dusasana. Then Bhima, clenching his great fists, his lips quivering in anger, swears a terrible oath in the midst of all those kings, an oath in a loud and echoing voice. Bhima cries, "Kill me, you Kshatriyas of the world! Words that I will speak now have never been spoken by another man, nor will anyone in the future ever speak them. Lord of the earth, if, after what I say, I do not do what I swear I will, let me find the realm of my dead ancestors. I swear that I will tear this beast Dusasana's breast open with my hands and drink his blood. If I do not, let me die." Hearing Bhima's dreadful oath, the hair stands on end, and everyone in that sabha applauds him and curses Dusasana. Masses of bright-colored clothes, all dragged from Draupadi's body, are piled on the floor of the sabha, and finally, exhausted and defeated, Dusasana gives up and sits down in shame, while again those gods among men, gathered in that court, cry "Fie!" at him, to see that plight and disgrace of the sons of Pandu. So loudly do those Kshatriyas roar that anybody who hears them trembles. Now every honest man in that sabha begins to say, "Alas, the Kauravas still do not answer the question which Draupadi asks." Now they blame Dharatirashtra altogether, making a loud clamor. Then Vidura, master of Dharma, waves his hands, silencing. How is it said? Silencing. Holy fuck, I cannot believe that I know this word. Silencing them, and says, "O you who sits in this sabha." Draupadi sobs helplessly, having asked her a question. Yet you do not answer her, and you betray virtue and dharma with your silence. Like one being burned by fire, does a woman in distress seek the mercy of a conclave of righteous men. With truth and dharma, does such an assembly quench that fire. The great woman asks the sabha what her rights are, according to dharma, and those in the sabha must answer without prejudice or self-interest. O kings, Vikarna has answered Panchali, as he knows Dharma, and you must also answer her. He who knows Dharma and attends a sabha incurs the sin of lying if he fails to do so, just as he who replies falsely or with prejudice gains the same sin. Then knowing tell the ancient tale of Prahlada and Angira's son to illustrate this. Long ago, there was a king of the deities called Prahlada. He had a son named Virochana. To marry a wife, Virochana quarreled with Angira's son Sudhanwan. Each staked his life, saying, "I am superior to you," for the sake of the woman. And they made Prahlada their arbiter to decide between them. They said to him, "Which of us is superior? Answer this without falsehood." Prahlada was afraid and looked at Sudhanwan, who, blazing in anger, even like Yama's danda, said, "If you answer falsely or do not answer, your head will be split in 100 pieces by Indra's thunderbolt." Trembling like a leaf of a fig tree, Prahlada went to Kashyapa of Great Texas. The deity said to the sage, "Most illustrious and exalted one, you know Dharma entirely, and you guide the Devas, the Brahmanas, and the Asuras too. I find myself on the horns of a great dilemma regarding Dharma. I ask you, what realms are found by one who does not answer a question or answer it falsely?" Kashyapa says, Kashyapa replied, "He who knows but does not answer a question from temptation, anger, or fear casts 1,000 nooses of Varuna upon himself, just as he does who answers falsely. At the end of each year, one pasa shall be loosened. So, he who knows should answer truthfully and not hide anything. If virtue, struck by sin, comes to a sabha for help, it is the duty of everyone in that assembly to remove the barb. Else they themselves shall be pierced by it. In a sabha where a truly censurable act is not rebuked, half the The sin of that omission attaches to the head of the Sabha, a force to the one who has sinned, and another force to those who held their peace and did not speak out against the crime. However, in a Sabha where the sinner is reprimanded, the Lord of the Sabha is freed from all his sins, and the others also incur none. Then only the sinner finds sin for himself and pays alone for it. Paralada, they who answer falsely, those who ask them about Dharma, destroy the punya of 7 generations before and after them. The grief of one who loses all his wealth, one who loses a son, one who is in debt, one who is separated from his friends, that of a woman who has lost her husband, of one who loses his all through the king's demand, of a sterile woman, of one who is being eaten by a tiger, a woman who is one of 2 wives, and one who is deprived of his wealth by false witnesses, all these the devas have declared to be equal. All this combined accrue to one who speaks falsely. A man becomes a witness by having seen, heard, and understood a thing. So, a witness must always tell the truth. A witness who speaks truly never loses his punya or his worldly possessions. Hirinkasyapa Prahlada told his son, Sudhanwan is superior to you, just as his father Angiras is my superior. Sudhanwan's mother is also superior to your mother. So, O Virochana, this Sudhanwan is now the lord of your life. Sudhanwan said, because you have kept Dharma unmoved by love for your child, I say, let your son live for 100 years. Vidura continues, so let all those in this sabha think carefully, deeply, on what answer they should make to Draupadi's question. The other kings do not say a word, but Kama says loudly to Dusasana, take this serving woman away into the Antaputra. Dusasana begins to haul away the helpless and chaste Draupadi, who is trembling and crying piteously to her lords, the Pandavas. Okay. I know there is something to analyze. The only problem is what particularly to analyze. It kind of, I might need to revisit all of this or to try and comprehend what it tries to mean. In a sense, I understand the notion of not telling the truth is something dangerous. Also, can also be said as not telling the truth can truly be something damaging for others, but okay, I think I can try to break it down like this. I don't know. He who knows but does not answer a question from temptation, anger, or fear casts 1,000 nooses of Varuna upon himself, just as he does who answers falsely. At the end of each year, 1 pasa shall be loosened. So, he who knows should answer truthfully and not hide anything. Obviously, the point, as I said before, is to tell what is true, but on a deeper level, also what can be extracted out of all of these things is not only to try and tell the truth, but rather that all of the consequences of telling a lie are so deeply, affect so deeply those who decide to tell those lies that they might as well find themselves dealing with as many consequences as somebody who is not only going to have to deal with problems for the rest of his life, but almost for the rest of generations to come. In this case, I guess, it can be kind of explained on, at the very least, 10 generations in the sense of, okay, the point is, when one decides to lie, and even more, or well, it isn't directly implied that it is a lie. It is any single type of lie by itself. As it says here, lying by itself, changing a truth or telling a half-truth, and also not even deciding to respond counts as lying in this case. And the concept is these type of actions affect so negatively those who do them that they might as well be affected by the consequences of their actions for, as I said before, generations to come, in the sense of fixing what one did wrong when they had the possibility of literally doing what was correct. Because I think it isn't directly implied, but they have the possibility of doing the correct thing, yet they still decided to do what was wrong. And more than anything else, they decide to do it consciously, let's say. When you decide to do consciously what is wrong, it is in those moments that you're clearly sacrificing and almost condemning yourself to find a fate in which the consequences of this particular action are going to negate incredible amounts of your life in that sense. But I think it can also be applied to a concept of consciousness itself and feeling remorse and what is everything that has to deal with how we keep in a sense almost pondering on our own errors and all of that, in the sense of when we commit this type of errors and we commit these type of actions, even if we do not believe that they are errors, we are still indulging in actions that might as well condemn our lives and might as well force us to live a certain type of life that will, in a way, modify the rest of our own existence. In that sense, it is also that the concept of casting 1,000 nooses of Varuna upon himself, just as he does who answers falsely at the end of each year, one pasa shall be loosened. In the concept of that, as in so many negative things happen to those who lie, that they directly are in a way almost not even the same. But yeah, I don't know. I think it is kind of maybe, well, I was going to say a too negative view online, but at the same time the reasons are the proper ones in this case, as in simply being tempted, feeling anger towards something or fear, and because of those reasons lying don't really justify any particular type of lying. Yeah, so I guess it is understandable that the consequences of lying are so negative for anybody. But yeah, I don't know. And the rest is, as I said before, the rest is kind of attached to this part of the concepts. So yeah, not that much more to read, I guess, or to try and analyze in this particular canto. But well, let me drink water, and after that we continue. Yeah. Water. What a nice thing. So, we were at Canto 68. Dita Parva continua. What the fuck is it? Draupadi cries, wait a little, oh worst of men, evil-hearted Dusasana, I have something to do, a dharma which I have not yet done because I was hurling my senses after this wretch dragged me from my chambers. I fold my hands and salute these venerable elders in the Kurosabha that I could not do this before cannot be my fault. Dusasana holds her more savagely than before, and Draupadi falls to the ground and wails in that great sabha. Only once in my life, during my Swayambara, did such a gathering of kings ever see me, never before or after, until today, when I have been dragged here, she whom even the winds and the sun never saw before, even in her palace, is today exposed to the gaze of this host of men. Alas, in my palace, the sons of Pandu could not suffer me to be touched even by the wind, and today they can stand me being seized by this dog. Alas, these Kauravas also suffer their daughter-in-law, who is unworthy of such treatment, to be tormented before them. Surely it seems that the age has grown dark. I am high-born and chaste. What can wound me more than being forced to go into these public courts? Where is that dharma for which these kings were noted? Well know that the kings of old never brought their wives into their courts. Oh, that is ancient custom. That ancient custom has vanished from among the Kurus. Or how has the wife of the Pandavas, the sister of Prihasta's son, she who is Krishna's Sakhi, been dragged into the Sabha? O you, Kauravas, I am the wife of Yudhishthira Dharmaputra, who hails from the same line as your king. Now, tell me if I am your serving maid or not, and I will cheerfully accept your answer. This vile destroyer of the honor of the Kurus hurts me sorely, and, oh Kauravas, I cannot bear it any more. You kings, I want to hear your answer to my question. Am I one or not? Whatever you say, I will accept your verdict. Bhishma answers, Blessed child, I have already said that the course of Dharma is subtle, and even the most enlightened in this world cannot always fathom it. In this world, whatever a strong man calls Dharma, others accept as being so, even if the truth is very different. But what a weak man calls Dharma is hardly regarded, even if it is indeed the highest virtue. What you ask is deep and grave, intricate and subtle, and I find myself unable to answer with any certainty. However, there is no doubt that all the Kurus have become slaves to greed and folly, and our race shall very soon find its destruction. Blessed child, the family into which you have come as a daughter-in-law never abandons Dharma. Whatever calamities it faces, Panchali, you are plunged in grief, yet you also keep your eyes on Dharma. These elders here, Drona and the others of mature years and knowers of Dharma, sit with their heads bent down, even like dead men, from whose bodies life has gone. I feel that Yudhishthira is the one best suited to answer your question. Let him say if you have been won or not. Oh my god. I cannot believe that after so long we still have nobody dead. But anyways. Canto 69. Dita Parva continued. Vaishampayana said, from fear of Duryodhana, the kings present in that sabha. I didn't understand it. From fear of Duryodhana, the kings present in that sabha do not say a word, good or ill, although they see Draupadi crying piteously like a female osprey, and hear her appealing to them repeatedly. Duryodhana sees those kings, their sons and grandsons, all keeping quiet, and smiles. He says to Draupadi, Yagnaseni, let your husbands, Bhima of mighty strength, Arjuna, Nakula, and Sahadeva answer your question. Panchali, for your sake, let them declare in the midst of these honorable men that Yudhishthira is not their lord, and let them thus make great Yudhishthira a common liar. If they do, you will be free from the bondage of slavery. Let the illustrious son of Dharma, who always keeps Dharma, who is like Indra himself, declare whether or not he is your lord, and at what he says, accept either the Pandavas or yourself. Indeed, all the Kauravas in this sabha float upon the sea of your distress. They are kind and generous, and, looking at your pitiable husbands, cannot answer your question. Everyone in that court applauds loudly, while surreptitiously making signs to one another through movements on their eyes and lips. Some cry, "Oh!" and "Alas!" The Kauravas hear what their brother says and are overjoyed, and the other kings look sidelong at Yudhishthira, waiting to hear what he will say. All are curious to hear what Arjuna, Pandu's son, never defeated in battle, will say, and Bhimasena and the twins. When the hum of many voices ceases, waving his mighty arms, smeared with sandalwood paste, Bhima says, "If this Mahatman Yudhishthira Dharmaraja, our eldest brother, had not been our lord, we would never have forgiven the Kurus. He is the lord of all our Dharma and Punya, the lord of our lives. If he regards himself as one, all of us have also been one. If this were not so, which creature whose feet touches this earth and is mortal will escape me alive after touching Panchali's precious treasures? Look at these arms of mine, like iron maces. Even he of 100 sacrifices could not escape their clasp. Bound by the ties of Dharma and Bhakti, owed to our eldest brother, and urged repeatedly by Arjuna to be silent, I restrain myself from doing terrible things. But if Yudhishthira commanded me, I will kill these vile sons of Dharmatirashtra, making blows do the work of swords. Why, like a lion killing a herd of small animals. When Bhima says this, Bhishma, Drona, and Vidura say to him, Forbear, O Bhima, for you can do anything. What, eh? What? What? Canto 70. Dyuta Parva continued. Karna says, among all in this sabha, 3, Bhishma, Vidura, and Drona seem to be independent indeed, for they speak ill of their master, censure him, and never wish for his prosperity. Excellent Panchali. The slave, the son and the wife are always dependent. They cannot earn wealth, for whatever they earn belongs to their master. You are the wife of a slave who cannot own anything. Go now to Dharmatirashtra's Antapura and serve the king's relatives. That is now your proper place. For, O princess, all the sons of Dharmatirashtra and not the sons of Pritha are now your masters. Beautiful one, choose another husband for yourself, one who will not gamble you away to become a slave. It is known that women, especially slaves, are not to be censured if they freely choose husbands for themselves. So, you do so now. Nakula has been born, as have Bhimasena, Yudhishthira, Sahadeva, and Arjuna. And, Yaganaseni, you are no slave, and your husbands, who are also slaves, cannot be your husbands any more. Ah, does Pritha's son think of life, prowess, and manhood as being useless that he offers this daughter of Drupada, like the king of Panchala, in the presence of this entire sabha, as a stake at dice? Bhima, a picture of misery, breathed hard, but obedient to his king, and bound by Dharma, he can only blaze at everything around with his eyes, and say, Rahan, I cannot even be angry at what this son of Asuta says, for we have truly become slaves. But Yudhishthira, could our enemy dare say this to me if you had not wagered Draupadi? Duryodhana says to Yudhishthira, who is silent, as if he has lost his mind. O king, Bhima and Arjuna, and the twins also, are under your sway. You answer the question. Say if you think that Krishna has been born or not. Saying this to Kunti's son, and wanting to encourage Karna and taunt Bhima, Duryodhana suddenly bares his left thigh, his thigh like the stem of a plantain tree or the trunk of an elephant, his thigh graced with every species sign and endowed with the strength of thunder, and shows it to Draupadi. Bhima's red eyes bulge, and he says to Duryodhana, in the midst of all those kings, words like arrows, let not Bhima Brikodara never attain the realms gained by his sires, if he does not break that tie of yours during the great war. And sparks of fire come forth from Bhima's wrathful body, like those which fly from every crack in a tree on fire. Vidura now says, addressing the entire Sabha, you kings of Paratipa's race, behold the great danger which rises from Vivasena. Know for certain that this great calamity that threatens to overtake the Maharatas has been sent by destiny itself. The Dharatirashtra's sons have gambled, ignoring every tenet of Dharma. Even now they insist that the queen of our royal house is their slave, and here will the good fortune of your kingdom end. Look how they consult heavily among themselves. Kauravas, take into your hearts what I am saying. If you corrupt Dharma here, this Sabha will be ruined. If Yudhishthira stake Yagnaseni before he lost himself, he will then certainly have been her master. However, if man who is himself lost and cannot own any possessions wagered something, it is like wealth won or lost in a dream. Do not, all of you, listen to this Gandhara king and fall away from the indubitable trust. Duryodhana says, I am content to abide by what Bhima, Arjuna, and the twins say. Let them declare that Yudhishthira is not their master, and Yagnaseni will be free from bondage. Arjuna says, this illustrious Kaunteya, Yudhishthira Dharmatma, was certainly your master before he began to play, but when he had lost himself, let all the Kauravas judge whose master he could be after that. Just then, a shakal begins to howl dismally in the very Homa chamber of King Dharatirashtra's palace. Rahan, donkeys bray in response to the shakal's ululating howls. Then dreadful beasts also join the cacophony from every side with their various screeches and cries. Vidura, who knows all things, and Subala's daughter Gandhari also understand what those terrible sounds portended. Bhishma, Drona, and the wise Gautama cry, Swasti! Swasti! Gandhari and Vidura anxiously explain the wild omens to the king. Dharatirashtra says, Evil-hearted Duryodhana, ruin has already come to us when you speak in such bad language to a wife of this Kururishabhas, especially Draupadi himself. The wise Dharatirashtra, wanting to save his king from disaster, begins to console Krishna. He says to her, ask me for any boon you want. O Panchali, so chaste and devoted to virtue, you are the first among all my daughters-in-law. Draupadi says, O Bharata, if you will grant me a boon, I ask that this handsome Yudhishthira Dharmatma be freed from slavery, for let no doubtless child call my son Pratibindya, of great Tejas of mine, the son of a slave, for my prince is a superior boy, and he has been raised by kings. The Dharatirashtra says to her, auspicious Panchali, let it be as you want, excellent princess. Ask for another boon, for my heart is inclined to grant you a second wish. You deserve more than one. Draupadi says, O Rahan, let Bhimasena, Dhananjaya, and the twins have their liberty back, and their chariots and bows. The Dharatirashtra says, blessed daughter, let it be as you wish. Ask me for a third boon, for such two wounds do not sufficiently honor you. Your virtues, the best of all my daughters-in-law. Draupadi says, best of king, most illustrious one, greed always fetches the loss of Dharma. I do not deserve a third boon, and so I do not ask for one, O king of kings. It is said that a Vaisya may ask one boon, a Kshatriya woman 2 boons, a Kshatriya man 3, and a Brahmana 100. Maharajan, now that my husbands are free from ignominious bondage, they can achieve their own prosperity through their dharma and deeds. We're approaching the fucking war. I think, I am pretty sure. So, nothing to really add. Let us simply continue. Canto 71. Dutta Parva continua. Karna says, caustically, never have we heard of such a wonderful thing being accomplished by any woman famed through the world for her beauty. When both the sons of Pandu and the Dharatirashtra's princes were stirred by anger, this Draupadi has become the Pandava's salvation. The sons of Pandu were drowning in a sea of distress, and Panchali became a bowl to them and has brought them safely ashore. Hearing this, in the midst of all the gurus, the angry Bhimasena says desperately to Arjuna, the Bala Maharishi has said that 3 lights live in every person, their children, their deeds, and their knowledge, for from these 3 all creation springs. When life comes to an end, and the body decays and a man is cast off by his relatives, these 3 become useful. But the light in us has been dimmed by the humiliation of our wife. How, Arjuna, can a son born from this shamed queen ever be useful to us? Arjuna replies, Bhima, superior men never react to the harsh words with which inferior men might pierce them. Men who have earned honor for themselves, even if they can retaliate, forget the hostility shown them by their enemies and only treasure their good deeds. Bhima says, Yudhishthira, shall I kill all these enemies, even here in this sabha, or shall I tear them up by their live roots outside the palace? Ah, what need have I for words of your command? I will kill them at once, and then you will rule over the whole world without a rival. Saying this, Bhima and the twins, like lions in the midst of a herd of lesser beasts, glare angrily around them. However, Arjuna, Swetakarma, he of white deeds, tries to pacify his older brother with appealing looks, but Bhima Mahabaho blazes again in wrath. Rahan, fire issues from Brikodara's ears and nostrils with flames, sparks and smoke. His brow is knit and furrowed, his face is terrible, and he is like Yama himself during the Pralaya. Then Yudhishthira puts his arms around Bhima and forbids him, saying, Do not be like this. Be silent and peaceful. Having restrained red-eyed Bhima, Yudhishthira, with folded hands, approaches his uncle Dharatirashtra. Canto 72. Dutta continued. Yudhishthira says, O king, you are our master. Command us what we shall do. O Mahabharata, we want to always remain obedient to you. Dharatirashtra replies, Be blessed, O Ajatasattu, go in peace and safety. I command you to go and rule your own kingdom with your wealth. And, my child, I have another command for you which, I beg you, take to your heart. It is the plea of an old man, and will provide nurture to you. Yudhishthira, child, you know the subtle path of Dharma, you own great wisdom, yet you are humble and wait upon your elders. When there is intelligence, there is forbearance. So, O Mahabharata, follow the counsels of peace. The axe sinks into wood, but not stone, and you will listen while Duryodhana will not. The best of men never remember the hostile actions of their enemies. They see only the good and not the evil even in those that harm them, and they never seek enmity or revenge. Also, the good without expecting anything in return. Yudhishthira, only the wise men speak harshly during a quarrel, while mediocre men reply in kind when spoken to harshly. But the good and the wise never pay heed to or retort in kind to harshness. The good know themselves and understand the feelings of others, hence they think only of the goodness in other men, not the darkness. You have always been honorable, never breaking the bounds of Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. My son, forget Duryodhana's harshness. Look at your mother Gandhari and at me, if you wish to remember only what is good. O Mahabharata, look at me, who am a father to you, and am old and blind, and still alive. It was only to see your friends and also to examine the strength and weaknesses of my children that I allowed the game of dice. Rahan, those among the gurus who have you for their king and the wise Vidura, who knows every shastra deeply, for their minister, surely have nothing to grieve over. In you is virtue, in Arjuna patience, in Bhimasena might, and in the twins, those best of men, is pure reverence for their elders. Be you blessed, O Yudhishthira, return to Gandhavaprastha, and let there be brotherly love between you and your cousins. Let your hearts always be fixed on Dharma. When his uncle speaks thus to him, Yudhishthira Dharmaraja then pays every homage and courtesy to his elders, and sets out for Gandhavaprastha with his brothers, their hearts glad now, and Draupadi with them. They climb into their chariots, which are all the color of clouds, and ride towards the city called Indraprastha. Yes, I guess this is this is one of those very dense text. So I might as well only mark what I think is kind of obviously the most important part. One of those things that we always find in other places being obviously once again repeated in the middle of a book that might as well have nothing to deal with it. The good do good without expecting anything in return. Everything else can be kind of not even looked at, because this part in particular is what carries the, I wouldn't even say hardest, the most complex things to try and even understand, to do good without expecting anything back. So yeah, I guess certainly this is one of those cantos that contains information that might as well take time to fully unpack. But yeah, simply with just that tiny remark, simply with that one, it can be all the rest compiled and said that yes, certainly it is true. Very amazing. I mean, kind of at the words, because yeah, wow, deep. Hashtag deep. Canto 73. Dios de Paro continua. Hanamehai says, how did the Haratirashtra's son feel when they learned that with the Haratirashtra's live? Bunkumwai. Bunkumwai. Oh, thank you, my man. When you will have, sadly, you will have to wait when we are finishing the stream for me to sing, you know? Sadly, this is so sad. No. Oh no. But well, yes, thank you for your beautiful song request. So well, continuing. Haramehaya says, how did the Haratirashtra's son feel when they learned that with the Haratirashtra's leave, the Pandavas had left Hastinapura with their kingdom, all their wealth and jewels returned to them? Vaisampayana say, O king, when he learns that the wise Dharatirashtra has been, the Pandavas leave to return to their capital. Dusasana hurries to his brother, O Bharadharishapha, arriving into Duryodhana's presence. The stricken prince cries, Great Kshatriyas, the old man has thrown away what we won with so much trouble. He has given back everything to our enemies, all their kingdom and wealth. Duryodhana, Kama, and Subala's son Sakuni, all of them ruled by Havas, come together in some haste and privately to Vichitravirya's son, the Haratirashtra. They speak sweetly and artfully to him. Duryodhana says, O king, have you not heard what Brihaspati the Devaguru said to Indra about mortals and politics? Parantapa. These were the Guru's words. Enemies who harm you by stratagem or by force must be killed. If we use the Pandavas well to please the kings of the earth, and then fight the sons of Pandu, how could we lose? Ah, but if a man wraps angry poisonous serpents around his neck and back, how can he take them off? My father, in their chariots and arm, the angry sons of Pandu are like venomous snakes, and they will certainly kill us. Even now, Arjuna rides in his chariots, wearing mail, his twin quivers strapped on, after picking up the Gandiva, while he breathes hard and casts blazing looks around him. Bhima rides in wrath, whirling his mace in his great hands. Nakula rides with his sword and his half-moon shield in his hands. And Sahadeva and Yudhishthira also have made clear what they mean to do. Whipping their horses, they go like 5 winds in their chariots towards Gandhavaprastha to master their forces. They will never forgive us for humiliating them. Which of them will forget what we did to Draupadi? Be blessed, my father. We must gamble away again with the Pandavas, this time to send them into exile. Purusharishapha, only thus then can we conquer them again. The wager shall be that either we or they will live in the forest for 12 years wearing deerskin, and a further 13th year in some city, in Agnatasvasa, undiscovered, unrecognized. Either we or they will live so. Let us cast the dice immediately. Let the sons of Pandu play against us once more. Bull of the race of Mahabharata, O king, this is our highest dharma, and Sakuni is a master of the rolling dice. Even if the Pandavas survive their exile, during those 13 years we will take deep root in the kingdom and, making many allies, collect a vast and invincible army. So, if the sons of Pandu reappear, we will vanquish them. Let this plan recommend itself to you, O Parantapa. The Haradari Shastra says, bring the Pandavas back, even if they have gone a good way. Let them come back at once to cast the dice again. Drona, Somadatta, and Madhika, Gautama, Vidura, the son of Drona, the Haradirastra's great son, by his wife, and Burisravas, Bhishma, and the mighty Vikarna all say, let there be no more dice, let there be peace. But the Haratirastra is partial to his son. He ignores the counsel of his wise friends and kinsmen and summons the Pandavas back. Oh man, this is a war. It seems, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I truly don't know. Wait, what? Give me a second, wait, what? Give me a second. Give me just a second. Because I want to check this. Is this true, chat? Yes, we were losing some FPS because I didn't check that I had a unnecessary Windows open. Sorry for that. Oh man, what a nice fail. Anyways, I mean, I guess not too much because this is only reading, but anyways. Canto 74. Dito Parava continued. By Sampayana said, Rahan, no Gandhari. Yeah. I mean, it is capped at 30, but it was, I think I consequently, coincidentally checked, and I noticed that it was at 12. But, let me see. What is it at now? Around 30. Around the cap itself, basically. Working perfectly fine, it seems. I don't know how I sometimes manage to screw things up so badly. But anyways, in great distress for her sons, says to the Haratirastra, when Duryodhana was born, the wise Vidura said, it would be well for us to send this disgrace to a race to the next world. Look how he holds again and again like a jackal. It is certain that he will cause the destruction of the Kurus. Take what Vidura said to heart, O king of the Kurus, O Mahabharata, do not drown from your own faults in a sea of calamities, my lord. Do not listen to this evil and foolish princess. Do not become the instrument of the brutal end of this noble house. Who can break an embankment once it has been built, or rekindle a forest fire which has been extinguished? O Bharatari who lives that will provoke the peaceful sons of Brita? Ahamida, you remember all things, but still let me remind you that no scripture can restrain those that have evil hearts from doing evil, and in much An immature man will never do as one of mature years will. Let your sons follow you, and not the other way. Let death not take them from you forever. I say to you today, my husband, abandon this vile prince of mine, this evil Duryodhana. From fatherly love you could not do it before, but now you must, for the time is here when, if you do not, our very race will be annihilated. Do not err in this, my lord. Let your mind be guided by counsels of peace, virtue, and true policy, and be what it naturally is. The fortune won through evil means is quickly lost, while that acquired gently takes root and swells and goes down from generation to generation. The king replies to Gandhari, who pointed out the path of Dharma to him. If the destruction of our race has come, let it take its course freely, for I cannot prevent it. Let my son's wish be granted, and the Pandavas return to play another game of darts. I guess the only kind of analysis that can be said here is very sad to see that somebody who in other instances was incredibly clever take literally the worst course of action. Yeah, kind of hard to really make any particular analysis. I guess there is no reasoning behind his way of acting. Well, no, I guess yes. It can be somehow explained through the story or through the concept of the there is this notion about the devouring mother, as in this type of it commonly is a mother. In this case, I guess it's the father, the devouring father. Those family figures who let their kids be so protected by reality that they end up not allowing them to be really practical humans in the world itself. In this case, I guess this same concept applies to here, because you can see how somebody who otherwise should have been considered one of the most intelligent men in the world, Dharatirashtra decided to condemn the whole race of the Kshatriyas because he wanted to keep doing what his child, Duryodhana, his kid, wanted to, and he kept allowing this kid to get away with his different desires, and even more to achieve all of his different interests by utilizing him, not by also allowing his child itself to be capable of proving that he had the capacities and doing it himself, let's say like that. But yeah, I don't know. Basically, I can try to see it from the side of maybe this is the worst kind of consequence that anybody can see, because it literally is going to drive to the whole destruction of a race, something of that sort of, to which extent this kind of notion can damage anybody, and how much of a problem it represents to truly take not more responsibility than what we need, to not let others be responsible for their own actions by themselves, let's say like that. But yeah, I don't know, I guess it still doesn't make it any less sad to see that, well, somebody who could have been a great man is going to fucking die. Anyways, Canto 75, Gita Parva continued. By Sampayana said, a royal messenger sent by the Dharatirashtra arrives like the wind to greet us Yudhishthira, who by then has come a good way from Hastinapura. The messenger says, your uncle, who is like a father to you, says, the sabha is ready, O Pandava. Come and cast the dice. Yudhishthira says, all creatures find fruit, good and ill, by the will of the Creator. They are inevitable, if I play or not. What? They are inevitable, if I play or not. This is a summons to dice. It is, besides, the command of the old king. Although I know that it will prove ruinous to me, I cannot refuse. Although a golden living animal could not exist, Rama allowed himself to be tempted by a golden deer. Truly, minds of men, over whom calamities hang, become unhinged. So, Yudhishthira returns to Hastinapura with his brothers, knowing full well how Sakuni cheated. The son of Pritha comes back to sit at dice with him again. Those mighty Kshatriyas enter that sabha once more. While their friends grieve for them, compelled by fate, they sit down again to gamble and, indeed, to ruin themselves. Sakuni says, "The aged king has given you back all your wealth. That is well. But, Bharata Rishabha, listen to me. Here is a stake of great value. Either defeated by you at dice, we will enter the forest wearing deerskin and live there for 12 years, and then spend a 13th in a palace of men undiscovered, and if we are discovered during the 13th year, we will spend another 12 years in exile. However, if you lose, you, along with Krishna, will spend 12 years in Tevana and pass the 13th in a place of men. In Agnatavasa, if you are found during the 13th year, you will go back into exile for another 12 years. When the 13th year is over, each one will give his kingdom back to the other. Yudhishthira, for this stake, play with us, O Bharata, cast the dice." The other noble ones in the sabha raise their arms up in alarm and cry anxiously and feelingly. Alas, Duryodhana's friends do not warn him of his great danger. The Dharatarishastra. Whether he understands the peril or not, it is your duty to tell him plainly. Yudhishthira hears this, but from a sense of shame and dharma sits again to place dice. Though he is a most intelligent and knows the consequences well, he begins to play, as if he knows that the end of the Gurus is near and it is ineluctable. Yudhishthira says, "Sakuni, who can a king like me, who always observes Kshatriya Dharma, refuse to play when he has been summoned to dice? And so I will play with you." Sakuni replies, "We have many horses and milch cows, an infinite number of goats and sheep, and elephants and treasuries and gold, and slaves both male and female. We staked all this before, but now let this be our one stake. Exile into the forest. If you beat us, we will live in Tevana for 12 years, and the 13th in Agnatavasa." Purusharishabhas, with this determination, what? We will play. O Bharata, only once does he speak about the exile in the jungle. Yudhishthira accepts it, and Sakuni takes up the dice. Casting them, he says to Pritha's son, "I have won." I guess, yeah, kind of not well, but I don't know. I guess we're going to leave it here after Canto 72. So yeah, not that much to add. I don't know. I mean, it is kind of hard to really comprehend what is the point behind doing such unnecessary actions. I guess. It is kind of troubling to try and make sense out of something that literally was unnecessary to do. But I don't know, I guess it is okay or something like that, I don't know. Canto 72, Dyuta Parva continua. Belsampayana said, "The vanquish Pandavas prepare for their exile in the forest, one after another, in order of age. They cast off their royal robes and clothe themselves in deerskin. Seeing those Parantapas wearing deerskin, their kingdom taken from them, and ready to go into exile, Dusasana cries, 'The absolute sovereignty of the illustrious king Duryodhana has begun. The sons of Pandu have been vanquished and plunged into ruin.'" We have achieved our goal, be it by the broad or the narrow way. Today, we have more wealth and kingdom than our enemies, and we have become worthy of the praise of men, while Brita's sons are plunged in everlasting hell. Forever they have lost their kingdom and their happiness, arrogant of their wealth. They once laughed derisively at Duryodhana. Now, beaten by us and their wealth lost, they must go into the vanland and exile. Let them take off their armor, their resplendent robes of celestial make. Let them put on their skins, according to the stake of Sakuni, which they accepted. These who have always boasted that they had no equals in the world would now see themselves like grains of sesame without a kernel. Though in this new garb, Pandu's sons seem like wise and powerful men installed in a sacrifice, yet they do not look men entitled to perform yagnas. When the wise Yagnasena of the Somakas gave his daughter Panchali to the Pandavas, he made a great mistake. For these sons of Brita are like eunuchs, Yagnaseni. What joy will you have in the forest seeing your husbands wearing deerskin and threadbare Valkala, impoverished, all their wealth lost? Choose a husband for yourself from this Savha. The Kurus here are all great and self-restrained, and none of them are vastly wealthy. Choose one of them for your lord, so that the calamity which has overtaken you does not drag you into wretchedness. Sorry. The Pandavas are now like sesame seed without a kernel, like stuffed animals or grains of rice without a husk. When they have fallen, why should you wait on them any more? Ah, vain is the lover which seeks to press the sesame without a kernel. How many times are you going to send the same thing? So does Dusasana, the son of Dharatirashtra, speak viciously again in the hearing of the Pandavas, at which Bhima suddenly rushes at him in fury, like a Himalayan lion at a jackal, and roars, "Billion, do you rave like this as only sinners do? Dare you brag in the Sabha of kings after your cause has been advanced by this cheating skill of Sakuni? As you pierce our hearts with your words like arrows, I will remember these words and pierce your heart and shed your blood in battle. And I will also send to Yamaloka those who stand behind you today, from their anger or their greed, as your protectors. Yes, them and all their sons and kin." But Dusasana begins to dance rudely around Bhima, clad in deerskin, who is restrained by Dharma from doing any harm, crying, "Cow! Oh, you cow!" Bhima fumes. "Dare you, wretched Dusasana, dare you bring and brag after winning our wealth by the basest means? I say to you that if this Brikodara, son of Prita, does not tear open your breast and drink your blood, may he never find heaven for himself. I say to you all that, before a great host of Kshatriyas, I will kill all these sons of Dharatirashtra and quench my wrath." As the Pandavas leave the Sabha, the joyful Duryodhana mimics Bhima's leonine gait with mincing steps. Brikodara turns to that king and says, "Fool, you think to put me down with these vile tricks? I will kill you all who follow you soon enough, and that will be my answer to your strutting." With that controlling the great anger which surges in him, the mighty and proud Bhima turns to follow Yudhishthira from the Kaurava court again. Going, he says, "I will kill Duryodhana, and Dhananjaya will slay Kama. Sahadeva will kill Sakuni, the gambler. And here again, I love you, Disafra, the gods swear, and the gods will surely make my oath come true. If we ever meet the Kurus in battle, I will kill this dog Duryodhana with my mace, and laying him on the ground, I will stamp on his head with my foot. As for this other evil one, so brave with his words, I will drink his blood like a lion." Arjuna says, "Bhima, the resolutions of superior men are not known only by their words. On the 14th year from this day, this will see what happens." Bhima says, The earth will drink the blood of Duryodhana, Kama and evil Sakuni, and Dusasana will be the fourth. Arjuna says, Bhima, as you have sworn, I will kill this malicious, envious, hearthstone, and vain Kama. To please Bhima, Arjuna vows that he will kill Kama and all his followers with arrows in battle. Yes, and I will send to Yama's realm all the other foolish kings who dare face me in war. The mountains of Himavat might move from where they are. The sun who makes the day might lose his lustre, the moon his coolness, but I will keep my bow. All that I have sworn will happen if, until 14 years from today, Duryodhana does not return our kingdom to us with proper respect. After Arjuna, Madri's handsome son Sahadeva, of great Tejas, eager to kill Sakuni, waves his arm and, red-eyed and sighing like a snake, cries, "Oh, you disgrace of the Gandhara kings! Those whom you think of as defeated are not really so. You have raised dead by arrows in battle, and I will do as Bhima has sworn by killing you and all your followers in war. So, if there is anything at all that you wish to do it before that day comes, for then I will kill you if you keep Kshatriya Dharma and do not flee from the field like a dog, O son of Subala." Now Nakula, handsomest of all men, says, "I will kill all the sons of Dharatirashtra who have dared insult Draupadi in this Sabha. They have wished for death and are moved by fate and the desire to please Duryodhana. I will remember what they have said today, and they will find death at Yudhishthira's command. The earth will be devoid of Dharatirashtra's sons." Having sworn these oaths, those Purusa Vyavaras, tigers among men, all blessed with long arms, approach King Dharatirashtra. Is this short? This isn't short, right? It is kind of short, but no. Yeah, no. This is everything, my man. Too much text for today. Too much reading. Yeah, I guess that is everything so far. And also, well, I have sadly a request to fulfill, so we're going first to make the marker and say all of that was me only reading. Now, Bungum, hey, wait, Bungum, are you here? Because if not, your song might as well not be seen, you know? Oh no, Bungum isn't here. This is so sad. Bunkum decided to leave. Bunkum is not present to hear his favorite song be not sung by anybody because he isn't here, basically. What a tragedy, you know, my man? What an incredibly big tragedy. Oh no. Wait. Is this true? Bunkum, you're not here? Bunkum! Oh no. Oh no. Okay. This is so sad. Yes. Then I guess we're free. We're somehow free because Bungam decided to die in the middle of this. I don't know. Something happened to him. He was killed. I don't know. So yeah. Before Bungam really reappears, we might as well read someone before he does anything to not permit or leave. No. Fuck. Okay. Let me set it up properly then. This is so sad. I cannot believe that I will have to sing once again. I think for the third time this fucking song, Bungum. How much I love Gangnam Style, my man. Wow. Let me see. I guess I will have to properly set up the stuff, you know. Give me a second. What I am trying. Okay. I think I have the latest version. Let me see. Gangnam Style. Here. I literally still have the karaoke version from last time. I mean, it was like 2 weeks ago only. What? My man, what is your problem with this song? Why are you so addicted to this song? I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, here we are. Let me see. I I guess yeah, it should be activated properly. So yeah, as always, well, not always. This is not even close to a normal occurrence. But yeah, here we are. We have to now your will. That is to finish this stream with a Bunkum request. Okay, Bunkum, thank you. Thank you for your request. Now, I properly marked it, yeah. So, well, anyways, here we are. I'm going to sing your favorite song, Bunkum, Gangnam Style. Opa Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. National song. 경기 지어차 겹병정 연병겨차 밤이 엉정 신가시 등왕겨차 걸어반전 이문겨차 나는 선화해 나는 고마워 서로 꺼내 선화해 시도 전화 서로 선화해 네 오면 서로 선화해 걸어온 선화해 I don't dare world 사랑스러워 no hey no hey I don't dare world 사랑스러워 no hey I don't know hey 지금부터 다시 가볼까 오빠 Gangnam Style Gangnam Style 오빠 Gangnam Style Gangnam Style 오빠 Gangnam Style Hey sexy lady 오빠 Gangnam Style Hey sexy lady 上次刚爱보시면 어쩌던 여자 이들 나오시 그만 기다린 머리 본 여자 지망과만 여친 봐도 양육 여자 결혼 경적인 진 여자 너는 선화해 정민은 보이지만 어째서는 선화해 너는 경정 번호 놓친 선화해 그는 선화선 요즘 상대 선화해 그는 선화해 사랑스러워 걸어놓어 가로널어내 아름대워 사랑스러워 걸어놓어 가로바로내어 지금부터 다시 가볼까 오빠 Gangnam Style Gangnam Style 오빠 Gangnam Style Gangnam Style 오빠 Gangnam Style Hey sexy lady 오빠 Gangnam Style sexy lady 좀 경놈 baby 무슨 놈 어떤 놈 저는 놈 광놈 baby 나는 원하는 놈 know what I'm saying 오빠 Gangnam Style Hey sexy lady 오빠 Gangnam Style Hey sexy lady 오빠 Gangnam Style. There you have it, my man. This is like the third time. It never gets better. That is the best part. It never gets better. This is so crazy, but yeah, basically that. I guess basically that. I think I properly at the very least capped it so that you can't request more than one song. So yeah, basically that. We might as well read someone, you know? No, wait, no, this is so sad. No, but anyways, yeah, I guess yeah. Then we might as well. No, wait. I guess yeah. In a sense, we should have the possibility of seeing somebody streaming, and at the very least, what the fuck? Why is Arakia streaming so late at night? What the fuck? I didn't expect that. What? But yeah, no, yeah. Today is kind of another day, so still, I will prefer to take after. It has been kind of a long time since the last occasion that I did properly. So let us rate a different type of targets. Today we're going into somebody who is playing chance of no. This stream is literally ending. This is so sad. This is so fucking sad. I literally had one target and needed end the stream. No, yeah. This is so sad, my man. This is the saddest part of streaming. Yeah, I mean, I understand Arca. He's training. He's training Arca, you know. So not that much to really get angry about. But yeah, let me see. I guess then I don't know. Okay, somebody also doing this whole, what is it called? This whole Steam Fest demo. Nausea and Escoro, we are going to ride basically. But yeah, Munkum, we should play, you should play this beautiful Sean game, man. I mean, at the very least play it without worrying so much about everything else. But yeah, as I said, we're going to ride, we're going to live, we're going to take a break, we're going to sleep, we're going to do everything else. As always, thanks for being here, thanks for watching, thanks for looking, thanks for watching the world, thanks for everything everybody. Remember to stay safe, remember to stay nice, and well, I don't know, Wunkum you should try it playfully. I don't think it is necessary to play it competitively. I think it is kind of unnecessary to worry so much about the game. And also, yeah, the bot isn't working. So yeah, anyways, we're going to rate now Nausea doing this beautiful thing of playing demos of games. Right now he's playing an FPS. And well, yeah, as I said, also, whenever we get an opportunity, we're going to get back to here. And at the very least, if it doesn't happen, we enjoy being here for now. So, as always, thanks for everything. Goodbye. Remember to stay nice, remember to stay safe. And now, yeah, as I said before, raiding who Nausea doing demos. So yeah, everybody, goodbye.